Hello guys, welcome to today's instructional episode of Above Spirituality. I am Gino here with my good buddy Alexander.
Yes, sir.
He's off sipping some coffee. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be something we're going to do from time to time on the channel. We are going to be doing some instructional practices because, of course, spirituality is not just about the things we think in our head. It's often about the way we live in our life. And, of course, there are certain practices that we can do to better our minds and bodies. So today we're going to focus on a couple of those. The first thing that I'm going to teach you guys is about how I was taught to sit in a meditative, a yogic, or just a concentrative manner. A way to sit when you're doing spiritual practices and exercises. So ideally, if you're sitting on the floor, you sit in cross-legged. You can kind of do this as easy as possible. There's a couple different asanas you can take. Asana is just a fancy Sanskrit word for posture. The one I always do is just your plain cross-legged. Now, ideally, you might want to sit on a sort of a cushion or a mat. I like to have a pillow of some sort that totally covers my ankles. When my ankles are on, like the hard floor, I don't concentrate very well because they make it distracting. Now, sadly, I'm not a fully fledged yogi, so what I do, instead of keeping a straight back, is I will roll up a blanket or a pillow that I'll sit on, put it right at the back of my rear end. When you're sitting in your asana for meditation and concentration, you want to keep a straight spine. There's two approaches to this. If you feel very vigorous and full of vitality, you might try it with just a very erect, strong posture, whereas you're keeping your chest up, your shoulders back totally unsupported. Now, the thing is, this really isn't necessary for great advances in meditative practice. You can really just keep yourself comfortable. Your spine doesn't have to be perfectly erect as long as you're not slouching like this or totally leaning back against a wall. So just a nice, comfortable posture. I often tell my students, you don't need to feel like you're impressing anybody. The next thing is, what do we do with our hands? For this, we're going to take what's called a mudra. This is another fancy Sanskrit word that essentially means hand posture or lock. For meditation, I often will take this mudra. You take your left hand, put it in your lap, right hand over left, thumbs gently touching. As I was taught, the power of this mudra is that it allows you to receive from cosmic sources. Falls down into the sensitive membranes and minor chakras in the hand. You can also take what's known as Jnana mudra, Jnana meaning knowing. So Jnana mudra can be done three ways. Straight down, which keeps the energy rooted in your body. Up, sending the energy into the universe. Or left hand receiving and up. Right hand giving and down. This keeps a flow. In general, I was always recommended, unless you're a pretty practiced yogi, keep your hands down. We want to keep your energy within you. Build up some energy before you send it out. This mudra, while kind of cool in concept, is a little less comfortable until you get used to it. So for today, I'm going to be doing mine in here. Beyond any supposed benefits in the yogic sense, one of the most important things about a mudra that you stick to is it removes your hands as a distraction. Your hands have some of the most nerve endings in your body, so a lot of your consciousness gets centered there. The next thing you're going to want to learn is what's known as pranayama. Pranayama is breathwork, or energy control. One of the first pranayamas you'll probably want to do before any practice is known as nadi shodhana. Nadis, another Sanskrit word, meaning channels, such as energetic channels in the body, and shodhana essentially meaning cleansing or balancing. That one I don't recall. This is alternate nostril breathing, and it can be done very easily. Taking this mudra with your right hand, thumb out, first two fingers down or folded, whatever's comfortable, and the last two fingers out. They can be up or out. I do it like this because it's comfortable. The physical purpose of this mudra is to cover various nostrils. So what you're going to do is search for whatever nostril is open. If you're very aware, you've probably noticed that throughout the day, The left nostril sometimes feels open or closed, and the right nostril sometimes feels open or closed. This is a very normal biorhythm of the body, and one of the benefits of Nadi Shodhana, if you do it often enough, it will cease this, so that unless you are sick, you will generally have both of your nostrils open at all time, which is very comfortable. So you want to search for the open one. For me today, right now, that is my right nostril. So what I'm going to do is take my outside part of my hand, my ring finger, gently cover my nostril. It's better to cover the nostril from the bottom than to press the nostril in from the side, because this creates pressure, whereas this maintains the integrity of the nostril. From here, we take 3 breaths in and out through the nostril, starting with an exhale. So, 1, 2, exhale, the third one. Inhale one more time. Switch, using the thumb to cover the other nostril, or whatever is appropriate depending on what was the open and closed nostril. Again, 3 exhales. Inhaling, removing my hand. 3 more exhales, inhales, now keeping the attention here, space between the nose. This practice can be done either with eyes closed or open, depending on what you want. It can be done preceding any yogic exercise or just throughout the day. For maximum benefits, you can do this in 3 rounds, where you do the full 3 each time. My teacher at the time had told me that in his experience, he never saw any increased benefit by doing it more than 3 rounds. For added benefit, you can also focus on the sensation of temperature with a coolness on the inhale and a warmth on the exhale. Doing this helps to promote the effectiveness of just about any pranayama, and is going to be the basis of our next practice. You may notice at first it's difficult to distinguish the type of temperature that you're feeling with this practice when you're inhaling and exhaling. The difference will be quite subtle, but with repeated practice, your body develops the sensitivity. Our next practice is going to be breathing for relaxation. In this practice, this pranayama, you can do it pretty much at any time. It can be something that you incorporate into other breath work. It can be something you do before bed. It's something that I will often do whenever I wake up in the middle of the night and find myself restless. This one is about one of the most simple pranayamas anyone can do, and its benefits and effects are very quick and, blessedly, very relaxing. Taking our mudra, we sit, and simply all we do is breathe normally from the nose, focusing on making our breath diaphragmatic. That means our belly comes out when we inhale, goes in when we exhale. Some people may notice that their breath is centered from the chest. This is something that in yoga you are quickly taught to attempt to consciously correct. Breathing from the chest promotes, things such as cortisol, fight or flight, and just generally like a speeding up of the nervous system. This can be useful at times, but mostly we want to keep our bodies in a calm state. So if you're breathing from the chest, bring that breath down into the belly. This pranayama is the most simple of all. For all you are doing is observing the breath, putting the attention on the sensation of temperature at the nostrils. Noticing a slight coolness with each inhale and a slight warmth with each exhale. Coolness with each inhale, warmth with each exhale. Coolness with each inhale, warmth with each exhale. This exercise can be done as long as you desire, anywhere from a few rounds to a few minutes, or for a extended time, 10 minutes to even up to 30. This can be done lying down and promotes a deep state of relaxation. Now, to further relax the body, while we are taking our relaxation breath, our coolness with each inhale, our warmth with each exhale, we can begin to scan the body. For this next practice, you might consider lying down on the floor, a mat, a couch, or your bed, closing the eyes, and just following my instructions. You may also do it seated and follow along. We are going to scan the body. You don't need to try to cause the body to relax. Merely by moving awareness systematically through the body, does the body and mind seem to naturally relax? Focusing on the sensation of temperature at the nostril, coolness with each inhale, warmth with each exhale. Become aware of the crown of the head. Become aware of the forehead and brows. Become aware of your eyes and their sockets, and become aware of your nostrils and nose. Pay attention to the sensation of temperature at the nostrils, coolness with each inhale, warmth with each exhale. Observe 2 more such breaths. Cool inhale, warm exhale. Cool inhale, warm exhale. Become aware of the cheeks and the jaw. Become aware of the lips and the chin. Become aware of the front of the neck, sides of the neck, and the back of the neck. Become aware of the pit of your throat. Become aware of the tops of your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, and fingertips. From your nostril, breathe in deep all the way to your fingertips. Exhaling, let the breath and the sensation flow up the arms and out the nostrils. Observe 2 more such breaths. You may perhaps visualize a light going this way. Whatever makes sense to you when you are instructed to breathe into the fingertips and breathe back out the nostrils is correct. Become aware of the entirety of the arm, from the tips of the fingers to the tops of the shoulders. Become aware of your shoulders, tops, fronts, and back. Become aware of your upper chest, of your upper back. Become aware of your entire rib cage. Become aware of your heart center. From the nostril, breathe deep into the heart. Exhaling, the breath goes back up the neck and spine and out the nostrils. Observe 2 more such breaths. Either visualizing a light or following the sensation of awareness. Even pure imagination will suffice. Become aware of your upper abs, your lower abs, your low back and sides. Become aware of your rear end, of your inner thighs, the outer thighs, your knees, calves. Become aware of the ankles, the heels, tops of your foot, bottom of the foot, your toes, and the tips of your toes. Again, from the nostril. Breathe deep all the way into the tips of the toes. Exhaling, the breath travels back up the body and out the nose. 2 more such breaths. Maintaining this relaxed state, we are going to scan the body backwards very quickly. If you lose your place, don't try to go back. Merely pick up wherever you left off, wherever you heard my voice. Become aware of the tips of the toes. Become aware of the toes, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, your ankles, your calves and knees. Become aware of your outer thighs. Become aware of your inner thighs. Become aware of your rear end. Become aware of your sides and low back, your lower abdomen, your upper abdomen, and your heart center. Become aware of your rib cage. Become aware of your upper back, your chest. Become aware of the tops, fronts, and backs of your shoulder. Become aware of your whole arm from shoulder to fingertip. Become aware of your fingertips, your fingers, palms, and wrist. Become aware of your lower arms, your elbows, your upper arms, and the tops of your shoulders. Become aware of the pit of the throat, the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, and the front of the neck. Become aware of your chin and lips, your jaw and cheeks, your nose and nostril, eyes in their sockets, forehead and brow, the top of your head. Breathe deep, centering on the sensation of temperature, and exhale. Continue to relax in this manner for as long as you desire, and if you do feel quite relaxed, whenever you're ready, slowly waken the body, starting with the fingers, rolling the fingers and the toes, moving up to your wrists and ankles, and when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you for your time today. Tune in soon for even more practices focusing on meditation, concentration, and relaxation. Core fundamentals of yoga, powerful promoters of healing, and ways for you to go above spirituality. See you next time.